Man, I gotta tell you, looking out over you folks here tonight, the number of people here in memory of Ed, and it is so obvious that he would be soaking this up like a sponge. He would be. I keep thinking Ed would absolutely love the attention. Not in an egotistical way, but just to be among people who cared about him and appreciated his music. He would just relish this. You know, it is so clear that people's attention was drawn to Ed through his music. It is also so clear that people's heart were given to Ed because of who he is, because of who he was. This was a simple man who just loved people, loved music, and loved the interaction of the two, and appreciated the people who appreciated what he did. As Peterson was out here speaking, it reminded me several years ago with this, shall we say, frictional territorial issue that existed between Tuba Man and Peterson. I was foolish enough to think, I can broker a peace here. And I went and I talked with Ed and I said, come on, man. I said, go along with it, you know? Because what would happen is Tuba would be playing on the street, Peterson would pull up and set himself up 20 or 30 feet away and then start playing along with Tuba on his trumpet. And Tuba would just get ticked off and move around the corner. Peterson would follow him. And there was this ensuing little chess game that would go on where it got to the point where Tuba wouldn't move and he'd say, get Peterson the hell out of here. So I said to him, come on. I said, just go along with it. You know, a little tuba, a little trumpet. And I remember he sat there and he looked at me and he went, Shrambo. Tubas and trumpets do not make good music together. And then he looked at me and he went, maybe a piccolo. And I'm looking at him and I said, a piccolo and a tuba? And he said, no, a piccolo and a trumpet. And then he got this big grin on his face. This world, this city, was a lot better place with Ed McMichael in it.
We are overwhelmed by this outpouring of love and support for Ed. Truly overwhelmed. To us, Ed was basically three things. He was our brother, he was a musician, and he liked to wear goofy hats. Let me tell you about those hats. Ed and I had an arrangement. If he left his hat in the car, preferably under the seat, I would take him to dinner. And I can tell you I paid for many dinners over the years. I was at University Village the other day. A lady came up to me. I had never met this lady. She obviously knew me. She came up to me with a very stern face, and she said, if you ever destroy those hats, I will personally run you out of town. I told her I will protect those hats with my life. I won't wear them, but they're safe with me. So if that lady is here this evening, she could rest assured knowing those hats are well taken care of. Ed was destined for a music career. One of his music teachers said of Ed, he has perfect pitch. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I think if you have it, music is a natural career choice. Ed played in the Seattle Youth Symphony, and I can tell you he was very, very proud of that. He then joined the Bellevue Philharmonic, and I believe he played with the Bellevue Philharmonic for about 10 years, occasionally complaining about the pay. There wasn't any. He then joined the Cascade Symphony, where he played for several years, occasionally complaining about the pay. There wasn't any. This was when a friend of Ed's suggested that he take his tuba, his chair, and that ugly bucket and play in front of the baseball stadium. And I think that was the Kingdom. He told Ed, this is where the real money was. He liked Seattle, and he wanted to stay here. And I think the family is just now beginning to learn why Seattle liked Ed. No matter where you go in this great country of ours, people have an opinion about Seattle. If it isn't the coffee, it's the rain. If it's not the 101 political causes that we all love to support, it's the traffic, and on and on and on. Even people who have never been to Seattle have an opinion, all which never fully tell the full story of this great city. Seattle welcomes everyone. You can come for a day or spend a lifetime. But if you do, be prepared for a change, because Seattle will change you, and it's always for the best. Ed was like that. Like him or not, everyone had an opinion about him. He was weird, he was goofy, zany, unconventional. Ed didn't care. He liked everybody. One man said of Ed, he's the Renaissance man. Now, I think that's going a little bit too far. His favorite expression was, thumbs up. No matter what the score, win or lose, it was always thumbs up. Thumbs up, Tuba Man. Thank you.